Hello, and welcome to 7 Things You Shouldn't Apologize For. Welcome if you are here live. It's always a special pleasure. And of course, warm welcome if you are watching the recording, no matter what. I appreciate you. So, this is a dead serious video, but I want to have fun with this. This video is for you to remind you how amazing you truly are and that you are allowed to be who you really are, to be who you are right here, right now. Because who you are right here, right now, that is, and I love to say these words, good enough, way good enough. And oh boy, don't we all need such a reminder from time to time that who we are right here, right now is way good enough. So let's have a look at what you shouldn't apologize for, starting with number one, your growth or self growth. It's a fact that not everyone likes it when you're growing into your next level self. And it's not your fault. I really want to emphasize this. If somebody doesn't like who you are becoming and who you have become, it's not your fault. Your self growth might actually be the end of some relationships because there is no sense in a relationship if somebody isn't willing or able to fully accept who you have become. There is no sense in such a relationship. And letting go, having to let go of some relationships, it happens to all of us. Growing really means outgrowing some things or even some people. That's just how it is. Number two. And number two is one of my favorites to not apologize for. So, number two is never apologize for your imperfections. We are all perfectly imperfect. There is no flawless person on planet Earth. There is no such person. And I believe our flaws not only make us human, they also make us unique. And they are just an essential part of this very physical experience that we are all having. So I really invite you to embrace your flaws. You might call them mistakes, or other people might call them mistakes, and invite you to embrace them. And because I said, let's have some fun, let's do it now. I invite you to think of something that you consider a flaw or that other people told you that this might be one of your flaws. For example, I have a little and sometimes not so little inner perfectionist. Just pick something that you or other people consider a flaw in you. And now embrace it. It's a part of you. Physically, embrace it. Do it now. Physically, embrace it. You can close your eyes if you want. Embrace your flaw and thank it. Thank it for being here. Thank it for being a part of you. And tell your flaw that you love it. Agreed, some people might hate it, and you might be one of those people that hate it, but you are sending it your love right now. Send love to the flaw. Send love. Embrace it. Appreciate it. Send love to the flaw. Loving it with all of you. Loving it. And I'm excited to hear if this shifted something if you do that. And feel free to do it even more after the video and to do it regularly, embracing your flaw, sending it love instead of the resentment or anger or whatever that we usually send to parts of us that, yeah, we don't fully love. Let's get to number 3. Never, please never apologize for saying no or for reinforcing your personal boundaries. No is as good as yes. And you have a right to say both yes and no. And there's only one obligation that you have. And this obligation is to be in alignment with who you really are, with your soul. I call it your soul. And if this alignment with your soul requires you to say no, then hell yes, say no. Take the liberty to say no without apologizing. Say an unapologetic no. And of course, we all have our personal boundaries. You have your personal boundaries that are an expression of your unique needs, of the needs that you have and that you developed. You maybe came with these needs to planet Earth and maybe you developed some of these needs. Doesn't matter. You have individual needs and they are here for a good reason. So reinforcing your boundaries, your personal boundaries, is a service of love. It's a service of love to yourself. And because saying no in this instance gets you in alignment with who you really are, with your soul, it is always a service for all that is for others. Because the person who is in alignment is so much more powerful than a person who is not. Number 4, do not apologize for other people's actions and behaviors. What other people do or don't do, think or don't think, what they or how they behave, it's not your fault. Even if these other people are your family or your spouse, it's not your fault. And I invite you to not fall into shame when somebody close to you does something that really is out of alignment with you. Do not fall into shame. It's not your fault, and do not apologize for them. You, Starseed Sister, you are responsible for your actions, for your behaviors, and not theirs. I call it healthy self-responsibility. Let's not overdo self-responsibility. That is healthy self-responsibility if we are fully responsible for our actions, our thoughts, of course, for what we do, for what we think, for how we behave. And that's enough. That's really enough. Number 5, never apologize for asking for support. And I believe that's a biggie for many of us because we have been trained to be these perfect little troopers who manage absolutely well on our own. No matter the challenge, we find the solution and we deliver the results. Of course, without bothering others, without asking them for support. And oh boy, how I know that from my former days as a lawyer. Give me a problem, give me any problem, and I'll handle it. And today I say, oh, come on, it's really stupid. That was so stupid. There is so much to gain if we co-create with our soul, with other people, with spirit, with all those resources that are available for us. I mean, I think we all know that we cannot do this alone. We cannot create a change in the world alone, that change that we all desire to see. And I fully believe and I feel that in me. We knew we don't have to do it alone. We don't have to do it alone. So, yeah, take that example. I founded a movement, the Starseed movement, because I believe in co creation today. Didn't do that in former days, but today I so believe in co creation and I so believe in asking for support and, of course, not apologizing if we ask for support. That's what we're all here for, to support each other. Number 6, following your dreams and desires is nothing you'll ever need to apologize for. Even if your dreams and desires are, I don't know, high up in the sky, even if they seem a little weird, illogical, never seen before, don't apologize for your dreams and desires. Everything that has ever been manifested in physical form has been a thought first, and then it turned into something a little more solid that we call a dream. And it's the same with your dreams. The world needs your dreams. The world needs your desires. Without them, we will not be able to create the change that we want to see in the world. So do not apologize, no matter how big your desires and dreams are. Do not apologize for them, no matter if others do not understand them. They don't have to understand them. They are not part of the equation that makes your desires and dreams come true, full stop. Let's get to number 7. No matter what, don't apologize for needing alone time. I'm a person who needs regular alone time. I mean, I love my spouse. I always say I have the best spouse ever. And I hope you say that about your spouse too. But still, I cannot be with him 24/7. I need regular alone time. Alone time to fill up my energy tank, to just be with my soul, to to yeah, to be ready to engage again on a level that really matters. To do that, I need regular alone time. And I learned, and I really had to learn that, to not apologize if I have the need for alone time. And it might happen in a group. It might be the most fabulous group ever. After a while, my light dims. And that's the sign for me that I need to get a little alone time. That's the time for me maybe to go to bed a little earlier. And it's okay. It's nothing I need to apologize for. And I want you to consider to not apologize either when you feel the need for alone time. And I encourage you to give yourself permission to give yourself permission to have this alone time without any apology. So all these do not apologizes that I shared, doesn't that feel liberating, freeing, and empowering not to have to apologize? For me, it's like a bigger, a bigger yes to who you are. Saying that bigger, more resounding yes to who you are if you do not apologize. And of course, I brought a question for you. Which of these 7 things did you formally apologize for? And you won't do that from now on. Quick recap. those 7 things: your growth, for evolving into the next version of you, your beautiful imperfections, for saying no or reinforcing your personal boundaries, for other people's actions and behaviors, for asking for support, for following your dreams and desires, no matter how big they are, and for needing alone time. I'm excited to read the comments shared with us and to an unapologetic week, and see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Big hug, love. Bye bye.